Hello there. Hey, hey, hey. Listen, today you're coming to get the 411 before you call 911. Okay. I'm going to be giving you five strategies, proven strategies to improve your holistic health in 2024 and beyond. Okay. Women entrepreneurs who run small businesses, especially those who are operating a business while working a full-time job, especially a demanding role, right? Wear many hats. Therefore, stress levels are high. Okay. Stress levels are high. And high stress levels can lead to significant health issues and hospitalization. Okay. So if you don't manage it and catch that early on, preventing stress at a significant high level, preventing burnout, right? It actually can have worse consequences for you. So before you call 911, you need to come in this room today while I'm going to give you the 411, okay? So that you can improve your holistic health and well-being well beyond today and also improve your business's bottom line. But before we get into it, and in case we hadn't met, hey there, Queen. So glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. Whether you're new to me or if you're true to me, I appreciate you being here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel and welcome into the Resuscitation Room. This is the room where dreams get a second chance, not just to survive, but to thrive. Okay. So thank you all for taking some time to join me today. If you are a high achieving woman entrepreneur over 40, if you are a woman of color, or if you are a woman or a member of the LGBTQ plus community and you are feeling the squeeze between success and satisfaction, you have found your sanctuary. Okay. I am your new favorite coach and your biz bestie. Katrina Marie is the name. Okay. Also known as the Boss Chick Biz Coach and your fearless leader. I am here to resuscitate your legacy and your life. I do that one of three ways. One, I help you to heal internally so that you can expedite your external success. Okay. That is my philosophy. In order to expedite your external success, you have to heal internally and do the inside work first. Secondly, I teach you or show you exactly how to exit a corporate career that no longer serves you. And third, I teach you how to build an aligned and profitable online brand and business without sacrificing your soul and sanity or compromising your happiness. All right. So if this sounds good to you, and if you are ready to design the life you dream of, desire, and deserve, and claim a life of peace, pleasure, power, and profits, then stick around for a while. Definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching from YouTube. Follow me on IG as well. Those of you who are here, thanks for joining. And make sure that you do subscribe for sure, because like I said, when I go live on YouTube, or when I don't necessarily go live on other platforms, and certainly when I drop other videos and episodes, you won't get that anywhere else except from my YouTube channel. All right. So make sure you subscribe. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. Hello there, and thanks for joining. All right. So, let's start off by discussing the common causes, okay, of burnout, specifically as it relates to how it affects women entrepreneurs, okay, because that's what we're talking about today. Those are the population of people I serve, and I want to make sure that those are the people that I am focusing on today, because those are my peeps. Okay. I'm looking out for my women. All right. So women entrepreneurs have a very unique mental health stressors that are unique to really our male counterparts. Right. And it's, our male counterparts don't typically have the same issues, or not to the degree that we do. It's not that they don't necessarily go through some of the same things that we do, or have some of the same stressors that we have, but they definitely don't go through it to the extent or to the degree that we do. And that's for a variety of reasons. And we can get into that a little bit more. Okay. But for example, we suffer more from low self-esteem. We suffer more frequently from anxiety and depression. In fact, we are oftentimes we are clinically diagnosed more so than men to have anxiety and depression. And most times this is due to unresolved traumas, okay? Unresolved traumas, which then puts us into a position where we self-sabotage, right? We sabotage our personal lives, our areas of our personal lives, we sabotage our professional and financial success, because there is a direct correlation. I need you to hear me. There is a direct correlation. I'm going to say that again. There is a direct correlation between health and wealth. Okay. So we also have higher suicide rates for this very reason. Women specifically. Okay. So this is very serious. It's an urgent matter. It's not something to play around with. These are very serious issues that we need to urgently address, because when we start to feel stress in our bodies and burnout to this degree, the cost is not the cost of not taking care of your health holistically. We're talking about holistic health today, okay? Could absolutely result in the loss of your career, in the loss of your business, and more importantly, the loss of your life, okay? How do I know? Because as a nurse who worked at the bedside for a long time, okay, that's how I started my nursing career years ago, over 2 decades of experience. I'm here to tell you, I know firsthand what it is like to take care of these kinds of patients who are admitted to the hospital for this very reason. So it's not no joke, okay? It's nothing to be played around with. Your life is nothing to be played around with, okay? Some of the common causes of entrepreneurial burnout amongst women, I'm going to stress that more and more and more throughout this conversation, because again, I'm talking to women, okay, is one, the need to work harder than men to get ahead, okay? The need to work harder than men to get ahead. Now, this ain't nothing new, okay? We've been doing this for centuries, for decades, right? For years, we've been doing this, right? It's a constant competition with our male counterparts, okay? Especially our non-melanated men counterparts, okay? It just is what it is. And for this reason, it does cause undue burden, unnecessary stress, and eventually does lead to burnout. Also, familial responsibilities, right? Taking care of family members, particularly elderly parents, right? Ill family members, perhaps. Your own health, your teenage children or your adult children, and other obligations outside of your work and family obligations can put you in a compromising position. Okay. A compromising position. So, and then another thing is running your business with little to no support. This puts a lot of stress and strain on you as a woman entrepreneur, small business owner, right? If you don't have a team, or if you kind of have, a team, but then, you have a revolving door, you can't retain a team. Maybe you had to let some team members go, especially if the cash wasn't flowing, you know what I mean? Or not enough anyway for you to be able to justify putting money in that direction, right? So you have to decide how you're going to allocate the funds that you actually do have based on the revenue or money that's coming in. Maybe you don't have enough time, especially if you've got a lot going on in life. And if you have a demanding corporate career and you're juggling between your responsibilities at work and the responsibilities you have in business and the responsibilities you have in your household, right? You are shouldering the weight or responsibilities of all of these varying things, all of which contribute to stress, okay, and burnout. You might even have limited resources. You might be low on cash, right? All of this, again, all of these things and then some have a significant impact on your health, okay? The fourth thing is working in a very demanding corporate career. I alluded to this just a little bit ago, especially those who are in high profile positions, leadership roles, my healers and caretakers, right? Doctors, nurses, therapists, and the like. Also, if you're working in a toxic job or a hostile work environment, or you're in a hostile environment in your home life, okay? These things can take a toll on you mentally, physically, spiritually, right? And financially, because like I said, these things also affect your business and your bottom line. So now that we know what the common causes of stress and burnout are, I need you to grab something to write with, Okay, because I'm gonna be dropping these gems like I always do. I never disappoint. Go ahead. If you don't already have it, I need you to be taking notes, or be sure that you watch this video again, pause it, listen closely, take notes, and take action. Okay, that's what this is all about. When I go live, we are not just listening in to another live stream. Okay, we need to get into radical action so we can transform our lives. As I said, nobody is coming to save you necessarily. You've got to save yourself first. And you save yourself by having the right information, right? Having the knowledge, but then you've got to start getting into action and doing something about it. Now, I am here in the resuscitation room and inviting you in so that you have a safe place to be, to come into, to breathe, to exhale, to get your second, third, or fourth, or eighth win, right? Because I understand what it is like to be a woman in business, running a small business. I know what it is like to be someone who was also, when I was in corporate America, also working a full-time demanding corporate position. All of these things, and then, all of the responsibilities I had in my household, maintaining a relationship, like all of these things weigh on us. So I, of all people, completely understand. And that's why we're doing this episode, right? Every single week, because I want to make sure that you are equipped with the tools and resources that you need in order to succeed. Okay. And sometimes you're just running on fumes, running on empty, right? And we need to be able to refuel ourselves in a way that we are rejuvenated, revived, re-energized, and able to make our dreams come true, make our dreams become a part of our reality, make our dreams come to fruition, right? And sometimes you need that person who's going to throw you a lifeline. I've already put my mask on, okay? My oxygen mask is on. I've already done that. I've already gone through the healing work. I am reaching out to help you, okay? So let's talk about 5 proven strategies to improve your holistic health and well-being. Again, not just this year, but beyond this year. Okay, because what works today works tomorrow, right? Make no mistake about it. These are not just here and now in the moment strategies. These are strategies that work not just today, but tomorrow just the same. Okay, so I hope by then, as I've done that talking, that you had time to go and get something to write with. If you are ready for the gems that I'm about to drop me a gem in the comments. Drop me a gem in the comments. Drop me a gem in the comments, okay? Number 1 is mindfulness. Now, I need you to understand something. I need you to understand that, and hear me when I say this. Understand that you cannot make an impact on someone else's life until you first make an impact on your own. I'm going to run that back because I need you to not miss that message. So I'm going to repeat that so you don't miss that. You cannot make an impact on anyone else's life until you first make an impact on your own life. On your own life. You got me? If you are pouring from an empty cup instead of from the overflow of your abundance, that is not helpful to anyone. In fact, it is doing a disservice to the very people you are serving. You cannot serve from an empty cup. You must serve from your overflow. Okay, let's just get that straight for the record. So mindful living, particularly in the landscape of entrepreneurship, means mastering and blending both the art and the science of prioritizing your well-being. It is an art and a science, okay? While balancing business. Because there are a whole lot of responsibilities we have as business owners, right? But we've got to take care of ourselves first. We got to take care of ourselves first. Self-care is number 1 priority. I will preach this until I can't preach it no more. And I don't just preach and teach. I am actually living exactly what I'm preaching and teaching. Like I am the living, breathing example of what I am teaching you to do. Okay. I know a little something about what I'm talking about here. Okay. So in other words, you ain't standing on business unless you standing on wellness. Okay. That's a whole bar. You ain't standing on business, or should I say business, okay, unless you standing on wellness. Period. Okay? You heard it first right here. Right here. There is an intersection. Understand me. There is an intersection between mindfulness and entrepreneurship. Okay? And I want you to understand the difference because there is a distinct difference. But actually, what I would like to drive home right now before I go there is that mindfulness has a lot of benefits. Okay? And I want you to understand why that's so important. It reduces stress. It enhances your ability to focus. It allows innovative ideas to flow through the pockets of your brain, right? And it encourages life work harmony. I always put emphasis on life first because work is just a very, it's a piece of the pie. It is not all that life is, right? We should not just be working ourselves to death. Life, work, harmony. Okay, so I needed to say that first. So I want to really encourage you to make mindfulness your daily mantra every single day and incorporate it into your life as often as you need oxygen or air to breathe. That's how important it is. This simply means that you're going to be more aware so that you can operate from that higher level of awareness. Okay. You're going to be more present in the here and now, not always on fast forward, looking ahead before you're, like just being in this time space right here and now. Okay. And you're going to be living in the moment throughout the day, like being aware throughout the busyness of your day to be in the present. Now that might be a new practice that some of you, have to give a try. Maybe it's new to you, right? And that might feel a little awkward, or it just might not be something you're used to, but that's okay. This will be something that you form into a new habit by putting it into practice every single day. Okay. The second thing is sleep and nutrition. You're writing this down, taking notes, mental notes at least. Sleep and nutrition. One thing I know to be true is that when we are stressed or when we feel pressed for time, this is the first place we short ourselves on. How many can attest to that, right? This is the very first place we short ourselves on. You deprive yourself of sleep and you don't nourish your body with heart healthy foods and water and fresh fruits for hydration, right? These are the very areas that we ignore. So, you basically go from one meeting to the next meeting, to the next meeting, to the next project, to the next, to the next, to the next. How's that working out for you so far? So you do that and you don't give it a second thought because it's a habit you formed, a terrible habit at that, right? So we've got to break these habitual patterns that do not serve us well. So I need you to give your body the proper fuel it needs so that, again, you're not running on fumes for the sake of time. Otherwise, you're just, you're starving your body of its very basic needs. And I'm promising you, this is very counterproductive. Very counterproductive. So when your body is depleted of energy, it manifests physical symptoms like headaches, lightheadedness, inflammation in the body, fatigue, irritability, heart palpitations, muscle cramps, insomnia, brain fog, disorientation. The list goes on and on and on. So you need not get to a point where you are depleting your energy, but you're refueling yourself throughout the day. So no matter how busy we get, we need to get adequate sleep. It doesn't necessarily have to be a full 8 hours, although that is ideal. I have to admit, I don't always get 8 hours. Most times I don't. 6 hours is good for me. Okay, that is adequate rest for me. But at least between 6 to 8 hours. Anything less than that, you're lacking, right? You're depriving yourself, your body, of the rest that you really need. And nutrition as well, right? We need to refuel our bodies with good foods, heart healthy choices. And let me tell you something. There are some things that have got to become a non-negotiable. This is one of them. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You've got to refuel your body no matter how busy we get, because that's going back to self-care being our number one priority, right? When we love ourselves, we take care of our bodies. If we want our bodies to continue to work well for us and not break down, we've got to take care of our bodies. So there will never be an excuse that's good enough. So even if you have to schedule it, even if you have to set reminders on your phone, whatever you've got to do it. It's that important. It is that important. Okay. I think I'm on number 3. I should have had somebody kind of take notes for me and keep track, but I believe we're on number 3, time and energy management. Now, I do want to talk about this. There is definitely a distinct difference between these two. Time management focuses on making the most of the time you have available within a 24-hour period. Okay. Whereas energy management means that you are maintaining your energy to excel your productivity throughout the day, right? When you are at your peak levels so that you can perform at your best. So that's the difference between the two. Now, energy management, as you might imagine, would be the most important between the two. It should take priority over time management, and it should take priority over task management. Because if you want to do your most important work, and your most important work for you as the CEO and visionary of your brand and business is always going to be those income producing activities, then you need to do these things when you are at your highest level of energy, right? Your highest energy levels, like the peak level, like whatever that is for you. So, for example, I can use me as an example, okay? Because I can't think of a better example right now. But first of all, use your clock and your calendar as the center focus for managing your time and your tasks, okay? But plan your daily activities around your energy levels. So again, I'll use myself as an example. If you're a morning person and an early riser like I am, how many of you are early birds? Okay, there's some early birds, there are some night owls, right? I have always been an early bird, always, always, always. So for me, I most likely then do my best work, perform at my best during my peak performance would be in the morning, right? For you, that might not necessarily be the case. So, like if I'm a morning person, which I am, if you are a morning person, you might notice in the morning you're just zoom, 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 boom, 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 you're knocking stuff out left and right, no problem. But then when the afternoon rolls around, or as it gets kind of later towards the evening, even early evening hours, you might be dragging and lagging, right? Because you are just your energy levels are starting to wear down. So, what might take you 5 or 10 minutes on a typical day, by this time, because you've put so much work in the morning, just knocking all your tasks and stuff out, or your important work, not just busy work, you'll notice that it might take you a lot longer to complete it, maybe an hour or so. That's something that normally takes 5 to 10 minutes. And so, why that's important is because those are times where you need to recognize, okay, this is not the best time, or the best time I need to actually be in motion doing these activities. I need to switch things around because I'm not as productive. You might find yourself lollygagging and doing other things that has nothing to do with the work that needs to be done, right? Because the truth is you're getting tired and you really don't want to be there doing that work at that particular time, because your energy is starting to get low. So during those times where your energy dips, when it drops, when it gets down, those are the times where you want to shift your focus on something else. Again, not more of the if you don't have anybody who's doing the time consuming tedious task for you, like, a VA or an admin assistant or whomever, then that person might be you. Again, we do, as entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs especially, wear many hats. We have many roles. So for you, if you're still kind of in your early stages, or you don't have the budget right now to hire a team, you might very well be somebody who's doing all of these things on your own. I get it. I've been there. I've done that. Okay. More times than I care to count. And so during those times, if you are okay, it is you, then you're going to have to be the one to figure out where you actually do your best work and at what times. So don't let that pass you by. Like, really get into it. Okay. And figure that out for yourself. And you're going to see a major shift, and an important one at that. And you're going to see a major shift in your energy levels as well, and your attentiveness. Okay. That's going to be really important. So, if you're not a morning person per se, you might be someone who maybe you're a night owl. You really, you might need like 5 cups of coffee and caffeine, right? To get your day going. It might take you an hour or 2 or 3 to really get your day going, because you still haven't really woken all the way up. You want to be in bed. You want to be doing anything, scrolling through social media, watching something on YouTube, doing this, doing that, anything but working, because that is not the time when you're not naturally, your biological clock is not matched with that time that you're doing these tasks that you're assigning to yourself. You get it? You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so just make sure that you're allowing your biological clock to work with you, not against you, so that you can get ish done. Okay. And then 4 is physical health. Oftentimes this is the one aspect of health where, when we think health in general, physical health is the first thing that's top of mind. Is it not? Right? Somebody says health, and we think, for the most part, we go to physical health. And I want to say that physical health is equally important to mental health, right? In terms of prioritization. Okay. Because when you are equipped with both, you're in a better position, a stronger position to handle the stresses of business that naturally occurs, be it, unforeseen circumstances, or things that you knew was going to come up, maybe, or some things you knew you had to deal with, but you got to deal with them, right, as the business owner. So you want to make sure that you are mentally and physically well in this case. I personally notice a difference when I exercise in the morning, okay, going back to physical health. And when I make this a part of my daily routine, I feel more powered, more powerful, more prepared, right? Even especially too, not only just my physical activities that I do are, like exercising, but also when I am mentally well, right? When I create more mental space, more mental capacity for me to work with. You know how I get that bandwidth? My morning routine. My morning routine is untouchable. It is very ritualistic. I do it like clockwork. I do not deviate from it. I do not let anybody disturb it. I am very serious about it. So that is my prayer. Okay, this is for me, whatever it is for you. For me, it's my prayer, meditation. I reflect, I journal, I exercise, I read, I listen to something stimulating, I eat a healthy breakfast, I shower, I do all my morning rituals, okay, before I do anything else. Nobody touches that time. If there is not a dire emergency, somebody ain't dying on their deathbed, right? I take it very seriously. I even turn off my phone. Well, not off, but I put it on silent. I put it on do not disturb. I let my family is already trained. They already know. Don't disturb me at this time. If it's an emergency, call me. If it's something urgent enough, call me. If it's not something I need to address immediately, I'm not going to be checking, text messages and voicemails, and I'm not touching emails. I'm not looking through social. I'm not checking the weather. I'm not scrolling through. I'm not doing anything that doesn't fill me up first. Okay, because I have to have enough to give to my clients. I have to have enough to give to you all, right? I have to have enough to give again from my overflow. I cannot do that if I'm empty. So I fill my cups first. Okay. So I do feel again more powerful, more prepared to deal with things that come up, whether I was, and if it was something that I was expecting or not, to handle that in my daily routine. Okay. Whereas if I miss a day or two of exercising, and I never miss, doing anything for my mental wellness, but if I do miss a day or two, every now and again, I get, really busy, or my body's tired, or I'm not feeling as well as I'd like to. I'm not, whatever the deal is. Maybe I'm extremely exhausted, whatever the case may be, and I skip a day or two of exercising, I do really feel that. Okay, I don't have the same stamina. I don't have the same endurance that I need to deal with the same scenarios. I am more agitated. I get more easily annoyed. I have very little patience. So when this happens, what I started doing, what I've been doing for a while now, is I make a concerted effort to get up, move my body, like do something that's going to get me engaged in some sort of activity. It doesn't even have to be a lot, right? But for me, I do like to get out of the house. I might take a brisk walk around the neighborhood, around the lake, a nearby park, whatever I got to do in my backyard, right? I might just jog lightly in place in my house, right where next to my workstation. I might walk around my house a few times to wake my body up, to wake my mind up, to remind my brain and my body that we've got work to do. But I refuel it in that way. Okay. So this is a way that I boost my energy and my endurance. This is a way that I, challenge you and task you with doing the same. So the next time that you are feeling a little bit sluggish, a little bit sleepy, off your game, give this little quick pick me up a try and let me know how that works out for you. Okay. And then the fifth thing is the community support. This is hugely important, hugely important. Why? Because a supportive network is invaluable, because it offers a safety net, it offers a sounding board, it offers seasoned entrepreneurs who surround you with their wisdom, with their guidance, with their ability to guide you, to help you advance in ways that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. They share their experiences and their insight with you. They're introducing you to other people within their network of people who got other networks of people, right? Who help to propel you forward. And community also gives you a sense of belonging. When you are actively engaged with people online or offline, doesn't really matter. I prefer a mix of both. But there is something to be said about the energy in the conversations, the energy you feel in the conversations that are being had when you are actually in the room with these individuals. But again, a mix of the two is healthy. It is a great way to broaden your knowledge, your perspective from someone else's lens, right? To connect and collaborate with others who participate in all sorts of things that are going on that you don't know about, right? Any upcoming events that you're not privy to know if you're not in the right rooms, right? But you're getting the support of other women of like minds or other people of like minds. Maybe it's not just women for you. So oftentimes what I notice too is you're invited to some very exclusive events that you would only hear in this room or particular rooms that you're in. Some of these rooms you do have to pay to be in. Most times, yes. Not always true. Sometimes a nominal fee, it doesn't have to be expensive. But when you do invest your time, your money into showing up into these spaces, you're going to get a bigger bang for your buck. Okay, that's just, it is what it is. So feel free, if you haven't already, to share in the comments with me what your current health strategies are, what your struggles have been or what they currently are, and what you've learned in today's episode. What did you find to be the most helpful? What resonated with you the most? How are you going to apply all of this information? If any of it was new to you, I'm sure there was at least one thing that was new that you didn't know beforehand, because I know I say things that are very unique that others have not said, that I know I've never heard anybody else say, and they're unique to how I deliver my conversations and the information, right? So that you can get a transformation. Let me know what that is for you. When you had an aha moment, a light bulb moment, let me know when that moment happened for you, okay? And how you're going to apply this to both your business and your life. Life first, then the business, okay? And while you're doing that, or as you're thinking about it, I want to remind you that, I want you to join me. I want to invite you to join me every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the Into the Holistic, for a holistic strategy session. It's an info session, complimentary, no cost to you. And this is where we can discuss more ways in which I can best support you, where you are in your journey, what you're struggling with, what your successes have been. It's a way for you to get to know me better on a deeper level, my methodologies, my teaching strategies, all of these things, and just kind of go deeper in the conversation. Okay. I only accept a few people in the room at one time, just because I want to keep it small and quaint in an intimate setting, so that I'm giving you my undivided attention and that I can get to everybody to answer any questions or concerns you have, listen to your feedback, and just have a genuine conversation. Okay. That's again, 4 p.m. or 7 p.m. if you're on the East Coast, 4 p.m. if you are on the West Coast. And wherever else you are, you can go ahead and do the calculations for the time. Okay. I also want to invite you to check out the replay. If you've missed any of the previous episodes, go on over to the replay page for the Resuscitation Room and catch up on those episodes that you have previously missed. Be sure to take notes. Okay. The link will be in the description. It will also be in the caption of this post, depending on where you are tuning in from, or the link in my bio. So you got all the places to go to. All right. Also, and I would take the time to put up, and I will take the time here towards the end just to make sure I'm checking comments. I'll also drop a couple of those links for you. You can also book a complimentary business breakthrough discovery call session with me. Those are one-on-one private sessions, which are different than the holistic strategy sessions. Those are group sessions. Info sessions to be specific, okay? But you can book a one-on-one private session with me. Again, a complimentary clarity call or a business breakthrough call, all the same, okay? I use those words interchangeably, but we have the same types of conversation. You're going to get clarity, you're going to gain insight, you're going to have a plan of action for next steps. So feel free to get on my calendar for that. You do have to complete a pre-screen questionnaire, or I will not I will cancel the call. I will not hop on a call with anybody who doesn't take the time to do that, because that's indicative that you're probably not going to show up, and not someone serious who's going to do the work, not someone who has a real readiness level and a commitment to your transformation. So I take that very seriously. Okay. So let me go ahead and check if I have any comments over here. I don't always see comments on Instagram. I don't know why. So if I missed any comments, I'll be sure to check that out and comment later. As promised, let me go ahead and put up a couple of, here is the link to register for my weekly live stream show, the Resuscitation Room. Okay, again, this link will specifically be in all the places I just named. Okay, but here it is again, if you want to just jot that down. Also, if you want to catch the replays, this is the link for that. And of course, if you're not already, again, hop on over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Hop on over to IG and follow me. You can follow me any and everywhere, pretty much on all socials, okay, at One Shared Vision. That's one spelled out, ONE, just as you see it on the screen, just as you are here watching or connecting with me here on IG, One Shared Vision. All right. Always feel free to drop me a DM too for a private message. I understand some people are in situations that do not allow them to really feel comfortable with having conversations in an open public forum like this, and that's okay. You can certainly feel free to reach out to me through the DMs. And again, as I mentioned earlier, you can, whoops, not that one. I'm sorry. Let me give you the right one. I wanted you to be able to book a complimentary call with me. Here we go. Okay. So again, apply. It's a free call. Feel free to reach out that way. Listen, there's lots of ways to connect with me. Okay. And then we have our holistic strategy info session. Again, oh, I said 7:00 p.m. Okay, my bad. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here we are. Yeah, that is right. Every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, so we're good there. So that does then bring us to, I just want to make sure there's nothing else important that I need to share with you. But as we bring this live stream, this episode to a close, if you've gotten any value from today's video, which I am so sure you have, okay, I am not going to waste my time giving you anything but value. I'm not going to waste your time giving you anything other than value. Please do subscribe, help my channel out on YouTube, okay? I want the YouTube algorithm to push my content out to more people so that, you know, more people like you who need to hear this message, it would be beneficial to them as much as it is for you. So do like, comment, subscribe, share, and save this video. And I believe that's it. All right, that's all I got. So join me next week, same time, same place in the Resuscitation Room. I'm going to tune out while you tune in. As always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you and you. Bye for now.